Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show. Sometimes you hear stories about prodigies, right? But what if I told you about a 14-year-old kid, barely out of middle school, who basically cracked the code on stock prices so effectively that he didn't just make a fortune, he made and lost over $100 million, not once, but multiple times in his lifetime. I mean, talk about a roller coaster.
And honestly, the craziest part about this whole story to me is that his strategies, developed over a century ago, are still incredibly relevant. Traders are literally using his methods right now, today, to bank some serious profits in the market. It's wild.
Absolutely mind-blowing. So today, we're not just chatting about some historical figure. We're actually breaking down Jesse Livermore's exact trading playbook. And when I say exact, I mean we're skipping the fluffy motivational stuff. We're getting right into the actual mechanics, the nitty-gritty details he used to become one of the greatest speculators who ever lived.
And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this whole conversation, because at the very end, we're going to reveal the one rule that literally saved him from total destruction every single time he actually followed it. Most traders, frankly, completely ignore this, and it costs them dearly.
All right, let's dive straight in. The absolute foundation of everything Livermore did, his entire approach, comes down to one core concept, what he called pivotal points. Can you break that down for us?
So what exactly is a pivotal point? Think of it like this. Imagine a pressure cooker. A stock trades sideways, right? It's moving in a relatively tight range, just building tension, building up all this energy. Then suddenly, boom, it breaks out of that range. That specific breakout level, that for Livermore was your pivotal point. It's where the energy finally gets released.
And here's what so many people miss, the beginner's trap. Livermore didn't just buy any breakout. He was super selective. He waited for the longest consolidations. Why was that so important to him?
Because the longer a stock stayed coiled in that tight range, the more explosive the move was going to be when it finally broke out. It's like winding a spring tighter and tighter. He wanted maximum potential energy. And here's the kicker. Volume was his absolute confirmation. On the breakout day, volume had to spike, significantly higher than average. If the stock broke out on weak volume, he passed. No exceptions, no debate, he just didn't touch it.
Okay, so we've got the breakout with strong volume. Now this is where it gets really tactical. After that initial surge, Livermore actually expected what he termed a normal reaction. What exactly did he mean by that?
A normal reaction is basically a healthy pullback. After a big move, some profit taking is natural. And during that pullback, here's the critical part. Volume needed to decrease significantly. That told him the selling was just short-term profit taking, not a fundamental shift in demand. It meant the sellers